And I realized that figuring out who I am was made easier by realizing who I'm not.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Lizzie McGuire tackled serious issues.
I want a bra, okay? A bra! A bra! We want a bra!
For this list, we'll be looking at the most notable instances where this show addressed important topics. Note, however, that we're only focusing on the television series, not the movie. We'll also be discussing plot points, so beware of potential spoilers. We tried our best not to be an entry repeater, so if you think we missed any moments, let us know in the comments. Number 10. First heartbreak. Ah, young love. It's such an exciting part of growing up, but it often seems to end in heartbreak. Lizzie hits a milestone by getting her first boyfriend.
Would you consider wearing this? It's all silver, so I won't turn your finger green or anything.
Like every adolescent romance, her and her paperboy Ronnie's relationship is full of mushy PDA and sweet gestures. She even gets her first major kiss, if you exclude that Aaron Carter peg. Unfortunately, that little love bubble pops when he decides to break things off.
It turns out that there's this girl at my school who likes me. She's right there and everything. I just don't know if right now is the best time for me to have a girlfriend.
Lizzie is obviously crushed, and we watch and accompany her throughout the healing process. Many viewers could probably relate to feeling that overwhelming sadness for the first time. The episode holds nothing back, giving us a condensed reenactment of this major rite of passage.
I feel so awful.
Yeah, I know, but you'll get over it. Whereas that guy, he's gonna realize what an idiot he was. He's gonna feel awful for the rest of his life.
Number 9. Having a job. Being a teenage girl is expensive. The pressure to avoid being an outfit repeater alone is enough to make you overspend on the latest pair of hip huggers. When the McGuires refuse to increase Lizzie's allowance, she takes matters into her own hands and applies to work at the Digital Bean.
This job thing rocks. I'm free, I'm independent. No one tells me what to do.
It's a look at what happens when one suddenly has responsibilities other than meeting up at the local spot after school. Lizzie quickly realises how difficult having a job actually is.
I came here trying to do my job so I didn't have to ask my parents for money anymore. I want to be free and I want to be independent. But no, obviously that's not going to happen.
Although things don't work out, she gains a deeper understanding of what goes into earning money. Gordo has to learn all about finances later in the series too, when he finds what he thinks is a magical shortcut, a credit card.
And how are you going to pay it off?
Yeah, well, pretty much lost my allowance for the rest of my life. So from now on, there's no more food, no entertainment, no anything.
Number 8. Standing up for a friend. In this episode, a trip to the mall turns into a moral dilemma. When Miranda is accused of stealing a lipstick, she pleads for her friends to back her innocence. However, Lizzie initially questions her story.
I bought it here like last week.
Then how come it looks new?
Maybe because I haven't used it yet? I haven't finished my decaf mochaccino lipstick yet. Oh, come on, Lizzie, you were with me when I bought it. I don't think I was.
This turns into an interesting split between what's objectively right or wrong, and it goes beyond shoplifting. The two have to grapple with concepts of honesty, trust, and what it means to be a good friend.
It was in your purse, and I told you why it was. Yeah, but Miranda, the security guard said that he saw you. What am I supposed to believe? Well, you're supposed to believe me. And you don't.
Yes, Miranda is innocent of stealing the makeup, and she and Lizzie ultimately make things right. But the ordeal brings important questions of morality to the fore. In doing so, it addresses the importance of having friends who believe you're telling the truth and have your back when you're in trouble.
But you gotta know, I would never lie to you. I know, and I should have known at the mall too. Miranda, you're always there for me, and from now on, I'm always going to be there for you.
Number 7. First bra. Growing up comes with some uncomfortable and often taboo firsts, but Lizzie McGuire worked to lessen the stigma surrounding the process.
What's the project, Lizzie?
It's,
I asked Lizzie.
Oh!
What do you need at the mall, Lizzie?
Our titular character and Miranda are ready to purchase their first bras. We see the girls struggle with Mrs. McGuire's involvement and watch as they cringe through the department store experience.
Where's the little miss section?
Over there by the footy pajamas.
Okay, great, thanks. Come on, girls.
Mom, do you think maybe we can be a little quieter about this?
Those of us who have gone through it know that nothing can really prepare you for how awkward and confusing it can feel. But through this episode, we see that this is a universal experience and it's normal. This moment stuck with many viewers, touching on a big life event and reminding us that it's okay to get guidance from someone who's been there.
And I guess the adult thing to do sometimes is ask for help.
You didn't buy anything, did you?
Nope.
Nada.
Well, let's go shopping.
Number 6, being yourself. You know when you like someone and you really want them to like you back? Well, this episode shows us how easy it is to take it too far when trying to get your crush's attention.
I can change. I can be anything that he's looking for. That's right. He wants a party girl. I can be a party girl. He wants artsy. I can be artsy.
Lizzie has been into heartthrob Ethan Kraft for ages, but he doesn't want to go to the Sadie Hawkins dance with her. So she takes a drastic approach to get his attention, changing her appearance and feigning interest in his favorite things.
Wait, you like golf? I love golf. The problem is I keep hooking my tee shots.
Oh, well, you know what really helps me is I listen to Ja Rule when I practice.
Oh, I love listening to that guy.
And yet he still doesn't want to date her. It's easy to get caught up in what society or our peers deem as desirable. But Lizzie's experience proves that there's zero reason to compromise who we are in a bid to force a connection that isn't there.
You know, I like you and all, but there's just no, oh shoot, what's that subject in a high school that I'm never gonna pass?
Chemistry?
Yeah, there's just no chemistry. Does that make sense?
No, but I guess this stuff doesn't always make sense.
Number 5, defying gender stereotypes. With the help from some school activities, Lizzie finds she's actually quite the athlete, and the guys admire her strength and agility. She even joins them for some flag football, where she makes the game-winning tackle.
Was that okay?
Okay, Lizzie, look at you. You're a monster. You won us the game.
I mean, you got some righteous moves, McGuire.
But things become a little muddy when she starts being treated as just one of the guys. It freaks her out, as she's worried about how it will affect her romantic prospects.
Lizzie, maybe you're a guy girl.
But that's just it, Miranda. No guy is ever gonna want to take me on a date or to dances or to the movies or anything. The guys will high-five me, but they won't hold my hand.
And we see her grappling with the boxes that society puts men and women into. In a time when gender and sex had concrete assignments, this sort of blurred the lines of femininity and masculinity for tweens and teens. Lizzie comes to see that she can indeed embrace all the different sides of herself.
They're gonna think of her as a guy girl.
You know what? I don't think she cares what they think. And I think that's pretty cool.
Number 4, respecting different cultures. The series' holiday episodes were always top tier, and this Halloween one was no exception. What makes it extra special was that it introduced celebrating from a different cultural perspective. Miranda brings up the idea of incorporating elements from the Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, but she is rudely and abruptly shut down by Kate.
Why would we want to display your stuff?
Because it's cool.
No, it's not. It's lame.
Thankfully, the rest of the class supports the idea. While the episode serves as a minor scare for viewers, it also lays out some baseline knowledge of the Mexican holiday.
And on El Dia de los Muertos in Mexico, people go to the cemetery and have a meal with the dead. Oh, it's a lot more fun than it sounds. There's dances and all kinds of stuff.
It may be a little hokey to scare someone based on contrived ideas about the Day of the Dead, but it ultimately gets the point across that we should be open to others' cultures and traditions.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad.
De nada, sweetheart.
Told you Day of the Dead was my favorite holiday.
Number 3, insecurities and puberty. Getting older is always a little awkward. Maybe your friend group is evolving, or your angsty attitude is making you fight with your parents. Either way, it can be an uphill battle. We've seen the woes of being a teenage girl, but now we get to see the more unsung insecurities of a boy who hasn't hit puberty yet.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm being sophisticated.
No, you're being annoying.
Yeah, you're right. I can't even pretend to be a grown-up. I'm gonna be a kid forever, aren't I?
Gordo thinks he isn't becoming a man at the same rate as his peers and tries to do things to make him feel like one. But none really work until he decides to have his bar mitzvah, even though he's no longer 13.
You're not 13. But you've taken the time to search, question, and talk to your peers?
It lets boys and men know that there's no timeline that they have to stick to and spotlights a beautiful tradition.
So why this bar mitzvah and not a tattoo? Or fishing? Or even a dirt bike? The answer is simple. It's because this is what felt right to me.
Number 2, gossiping. How does that saying go? Sticks and stones may break my bones. Middle school has its fair share of cattiness, but sometimes it can be quite harmful. Lizzie is upset that Kate made the cheerleading squad and takes out her frustration with a juvenile joke.
You know why she made it, don't you? Because Kate stuffs her bra.
She's just messing around with Miranda, but the latter character inadvertently sends the message out to everyone and initially covers for our protagonist as the story spreads. The episode shows the pain that comes with gossiping and introduces the issue of body shaming.
Hey, Kate, got any extra tissue?
You are so gonna pay for this.
We see the school's mean girl get ridiculed and retaliate. Things get out of hand, shining a light on the vicious cycle of speaking out of anger and the importance of owning your mistakes.
I'm sorry about what I wrote. It was rude. And I wish I could take it back.
Wow. I have to say, Lizzie, I didn't think you had it in you to stand up to me. Good for you.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Privacy. Gordo secretly tapes his classmates, secretly to embarrass them publicly, but conceals their identities.
It's okay. It's no big deal. Your hair looks fat.
You're taking his side? I mean, who died and made you big brother anyway?
Lying. The gang lies to their parents to go see an R-rated movie.
We're gonna be on TV.
Yeah, we know.
We're gonna be on TV in the lobby of the rated R movie that we snuck into while all of our parents thought we were playing miniature golf.
Oh. Or I could be starring in Grounded Forever, the Lizzie McGuire story.
Copycat. Things get scary when a girl tries to take over Lizzie's life.
Oven fried chicken is my favorite.
Isn't that funny?
It's Lizzie's, too.
Me too.
Freak. Dweeb. Gnat. Rat.
Bad influences. Lizzie learns that hanging with the bad crowd isn't all fun and games.
You know that party? No parents will be there? How sweet is that?
No parents?
There's also gonna be boys there. Lots of them. Cute high school boys. Oh, can you say hotty hi?
High school boys? No parents? It's getting kind of warm in here.
Wanting to be more than friends, Gordo's feelings for Lizzie are given centre stage.
Dear Lizzie, you rock. Don't ever change. And only, I really mean it.
That is so sweet. Oh my gosh.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Eating disorders. Many people will experience body issues in their lifetime, with a lot of that negative thinking stemming from adolescent experiences. When Miranda sees a photograph of herself, she becomes self-conscious about her body.
How come no one's ever told me I have like 6 chins? Because you only have 1? Are we looking at the same picture?
It starts with some negative comments, and the behaviour quickly turns more dangerous. She becomes increasingly conscious of what she's consuming and stops eating regularly. She gets to a point where she even becomes faint. Thankfully, her friends realise something is deeply wrong and are there for her.
It doesn't ever feel like sometimes it's just too much.
Try every day.
That's what we have each other for.
With their help, she sees that she overdid it and bounces back. Granted, it's not that simple for most people to overcome an eating disorder, but Lizzie McGuire showed just how easy and harmful it is to fall into these tough patterns.
I guess eating is the only thing I have any control over.
Like, all this other stuff just happens to me, but eating something I have a say in.
That's not true.
That's how it feels.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.